Well, race fans, this is Air and Take, and I'm about to flood you with another group race for the Braggin Wagon Tournament. And you're looking at the original trestle bridge that was built in 1913.
And this is Richard Gere. Today we use the bridge for some advertising for our wonderful builders and supporters, but let's get to the racing, and you're looking at them right now as they're up at the top. Let's introduce you to the competition. Aaron.
From North Carolina, Team HP Racing. Driving a Chevy Nomad is Swervin' Herb, the number 3 seed. Cloaked After Dark, the number 30 seed from Florida. And the driver is Oversteer, with a weight distribution of 45 to 55 front to rear. Coming up next from Nebraska, Fool's Errand Racing, and the driver is Just in Time, and he is just in time at the number 47 seed. Finally, from the state of Washington, where it's always cloudy, is Team Grumpy Cloud. The driver is Grumpy Cloud. Everybody's grumpy until they get to tune in to Gravity Throttle Racing. Richard.
Well, you see the lights are already yellow. Cloaked After Dark, the second highest seat, is closest to us, and there he goes. Swervin' Herb on the outside holds the lead, and here comes Grumpy Cloud right next to him. They're both entering onto Mesa Butte, drifting. Look at the inside line being held by Grumpy Cloud, and it appears that Oversteer has the lead on the Joker lane. Here they come. Oversteer pulls out and just blasts right on ahead. He's got the lead. It looked like the other two are a bit tangled up in something, maybe a giant weed, as Oversteer takes first place. Coming in second will be Just in Time, and Swervin' Herb takes third, and we do not see Grumpy Cloud.
Let's go to the instant replay package, and we watch Grumpy Cloud putting on a clinic, holding his inside line over a very fast Swervin' Herb. But as they make their way onto the runway, there we see Swervin' Herb. It was Swervin' Herb and Grumpy Cloud that got caught up in some debris on the runway, and there's what happened to Grumpy Cloud as he got left behind. Watch again here. Grumpy Cloud is caught up in it. It goes back to Swervin' Herb, and that's what gave Oversteer a chance to make his way through. As we look at the scoreboard, Oversteer with Cloaked After Dark has the lead with 4 points, and Just in Time right behind.
Well, now it's race 2, and race fans, you know that 3 of the 4 drivers here are new to the track. This is very interesting. Watch them carefully. Oh, and Grumpy Cloud got a little stuck in the snow. The only veteran here is Cloaked After Dark. Just in Time has a wonderful drift, but now is stuck. And it is Swervin' Herb with the lead over Oversteer. They're both looking fast. Boy, that was unfortunate with Just in Time. Nicely done, but Swervin' Herb makes his way around. The key here again is going to be the scrambler, and Swervin' Herb does a nice pirouette through. And Cloaked After Dark, Oversteer manages to steer his way through for second.
Keep your eyes on the outside lane. Grumpy Cloud comes in, lands the jump, but then fishtails through and loses all his momentum. And that was the end of his run. Now the other drivers are coming through, and you really gotta like what's going on here with Just in Time. A nice drift in, but for some unfortunate reason got caught and loses control, stalling out on the exit chute. Nice to see the drivers make their way down the scrambler without much problem. Cloaked After Dark has the lead with 7.
Well, Aaron, I gotta tell you, Grumpy Cloud and Just in Time aren't looking bad. They just need to break. Grumpy Cloud is on the inside. He's closest to us. A good start by, Swervin' Herb, who swerved right over on his belly. Now Just in Time seems to have the lead on the outside lane. Here he comes. Not drifting, but he does manage to maneuver his way around. He is not stuck. That's a good thing for him. Now check out Grumpy Cloud. Nice and straight down the runway. All right, he's getting some fresh legs coming around the big U. This is what he needs. He needs a good run. He needs to get some points on the board, and he does a 900 and comes through in first place. Cloaked After Dark will take second, Just in Time in third.
Well, race fans, watch Oversteer Cloaked After Dark in lane 2. He seems to be riding right up the rail on the snow and recovers nicely. Now, Swervin' Herb, on the flip side, he catches an edge, and before he knows it, he's flipped over and out of the race. Great to see Just in Time. Great to see our Pepsi man, Grumpy Cloud, make it down the track, but this is a beautiful pass by Oversteer. Just in Time gets a little caught up on the right-hand side of the scrambler. Oversteer now has the lead with 10. Swervin' Herb, although he DNF'd, is in second place with 6.
Oversteer is on the outside. Swervin' Herb is next to him. Grumpy Cloud and Just in Time on the inside. All are looking good over the creek jump, and Swervin' Herb has the lead. Look at Grumpy Cloud take the lead on the Joker lane. What a gorgeous drift by Swervin' Herb as he is navigating through and is ahead. Down the runway, he is looking very straight. Here comes Grumpy Cloud. Can Grumpy Cloud catch him? And now onto the scrambler. Swerve and Herb has always looked good, and oh no, Grumpy Cloud is tipped over. Here comes Oversteer, and Just in Time is also stuck.
All right, race fans, this is the replay before the halftime. And take a look at, once again, Oversteer seems to be steering just right as he, like Houdini, escapes disaster. We saw that gorgeous drift before, and now look at what Oversteer is doing. We're saying his name an awful lot. He is very competitive. There goes Grumpy Cloud, and Just in Time. Now watch Just in Time battle it out with Oversteer, but he's the one that oversteers, or oversteers. The scores are showing. Oversteer, Cloaked After Dark in the lead with 13, and Swerve and Herb has 10. Let's go to the halftime.
Harvey,
Billy,
hold my beer, guys. All right, race fans, we're very excited to announce.
The bloodthirsty
No.
demon train.
No, Aaron, not this week.
Yeah, I know, Richard. It's just fun to do that voice. No, we're here actually to introduce the Best in Show winner, and here he is.
Thank you, Starcore Industries out of Oakland, California, for providing that amazing trophy. You're looking at Marco Polo. Out of 85 participants in Braggin Wagon, he is Best in Show winner with that gorgeous livery to the Porsche Panamera.
Be sure to go to Etsy and look up Starcore Industries if you want a specialized trophy. They are taking orders.
We're now kicking this into high gear. The second half of racing has already started. Look at Swerve and Herb way out in the lead on the outside. Just in Time has a good line on the Joker lane, and Swerve and Herb had a wonderful drift, 3 points. It looks like Grumpy Cloud also got 3 points, and something has happened to Just in Time. He and Oversteer have stalled out on the Joker lane. And here's Swerve and Herb coming through, a nice first place finish, plus some extra points over the train, and great job, Mr. Pepsi Man, Grumpy Cloud, coming in second.
Take a look here, and I feel like a broken record because Swerve and Herb, every time he hits that drift lane, is drifting beautifully. He's got a well-balanced car, and he receives his reward with 3 extra points and a first-place finish. Swerve and Herb has the lead by 4, and Grumpy Cloud is now up to 10.
Really, race fans, all these drivers are still in it, Just in Time, and then on the outside, Grumpy Cloud. This is where they need to take advantage. Oh my goodness, and the Pepsi Man has spilled his Pepsi. Look at the nice lead. Oh, but Swerve and Herb comes around. Now they're side by side. Swerve and Herb has just passed Oversteer for the lead. Just in Time had some problems up there on Mesa Butte. He is not racing right now. And here again, we're down to these 2 cars as they are making their way on the scrambler. Swerve and Herb is holding his own and takes first place.
Well, it's Swerve and Herb. He's new to the track, but he has got the speed, and he's making his way down the scrambler. Now, Grumpy Cloud, he noses it in after the creek jump. He may have been slowed up slightly if there's contact between the scoop and the track. Some troubles there with Just in Time, trying to drift a little early and nosed it in, coming to a stop. There was the key pass by Swerve and Herb as we get a wonderful train view, and he extends his 4-point lead. Watch as they make their way onto the scrambler. Swerve and Herb is doing whatever he can to stay in front of Oversteer and now has a 5-point lead.
It's going to be race 7, and Oversteer is going to have the opportunity to add some points now as he is in the catbird seat. That's lane 2. Let's see how he does. Just in Time is just to his outside. Oh, and something happened to the Pepsi Man. Grumpy Cloud seems to have lost control. He's further back. Oh, there's a good drift by Oversteer. He's coming along. Oh, he'll get 4 points. Oversteer is looking good. Here comes HP Racing. Herb is coming in. Oh, nice job. Playing a little defense is Oversteer. Just in Time is not back there. We don't see him. Look at how these 2 drivers are. Oh, what a nice job by Oversteer. He comes through in first, plus the 4 extra points.
And that's exactly what Oversteer needed. Race fans, are you tracking? When the time was critical, he got it together. Now, unfortunately, Just in Time just didn't steer and missed his chance on Mesa Butte. There's the 4 points. For Oversteer, here comes Swerve and Herb, but look at what is happening here is Cloaked After Dark. That's Oversteer. He is doing everything he can. He comes ahead, and race fans, he is now tied. With Swervin' Herb, there is one race that remains.
And it's been a great race for all the drivers. Grumpy Cloud and Just in Time, Swervin' Herb, they've all gained a lot of experience, but this is it, race fans. The outside lanes, Herb in the catbird seat, lane 2, and Oversteer in lane 1. Herb has the lead. That's what he wants. He needs to be in that position. Coming in and drifting very nicely. Oh, what a beautiful drift. Now, Cloaked After Dark is back there. That looks like a point for Herb. If he can finish, he will be moving on. I don't see any other drivers. He has been our fastest driver. There is Just in Time in second. Herb turns it around. Nicely done and coming through. Just in Time is going to be second. Oversteer in third, and it's good to see the Pepsi Man Grumpy Cloud finishing his last race.
It was a valiant effort there by Cloaked After Dark. Oversteer doesn't oversteer that time. He does get a little slowed up. 1 point goes to Swervin' Herb. Cloaked After Dark won't get any extra points, but it doesn't matter. As we look at the cinematic view around the big view and all 4 drivers finishing, it's wonderful to see that happen. But the control, the speed, and the execution down the scrambler is left to our champion of this race, Swervin' Herb from HP Racing. Congratulations.
And I think Grumpy Cloud and Just in Time had maybe minor issues with their cars, but Swervin' Herb, race 5, he comes through with a 24.642. And let's take a look now as 2 cars are in the Sweet 16, and our top seat now is Swervin' Herb. We want to thank Just in Time, Mr. Grumpy Cloud, and Cloaked After Dark for participating in this tournament, the Random Number Generator Picks Group 6. So the next time we see you, you'll be watching Blue Line Racing, Dubious Diecast, Arlo, and Ghoul City Racing right after Christmas.
Race fans, are you tracking?